Hi, this is Dr. Force with Hitting Home. Do people have marriage problems or do they have spiritual problems? I think it's a great question for us to ask. I'm a firm believer that most people don't have marriage problems as much as they have spiritual problems. Here's why I say that. From my experience of dealing with couples, I've never seen two truly spiritually healthy people with a bad marriage. Now, certainly there are times when you may have some with mental illnesses or chemical imbalances. I understand that. I'm not here to preach a message of condemnation to those. But in normative cases, in most cases, I would have to say I've never seen two truly spiritually healthy people with a bad marriage. Why is this the case? 1 John 1:7. If we walk in the light as he is in the light, the scriptures tell us we have fellowship, not just a judicial relationship, but fellowship one with another. My wife and I realized a few years ago that we're having issues, that either one of us or both of us were not walking in the Spirit of God. Here's why that's the case. We found that to be the case because the Spirit of God will always get along with himself. In chapter 1 of our marriage book, we talk about how a great marriage is when two full-grown adults, when they learn to wake up in the morning with their cup of happiness and sense of fulfillment full to overflowing. And what spills out of that cup is what's supposed to land on the other person. Far too many times what you have is you have two people entering into marriage with a half-empty cup, and they're looking to the other person to fill that cup. And when that happens, you have what Patrick Morley says, you end up with two ticks and no dog, and they just end up sucking the life right out of one another. Let me share with you, I often tell people that my wife and I, we don't have a good marriage because we have one another. We have a good marriage because we're filled with God before we even see one another. And I want you to know there is a major, major difference between the two. That's why when I'm dealing with couples, my goal is not to get them essentially just to get along with one another, but actually to get them to get along with God. For more about this, be sure to check out our book, How to Fight for Your Marriage Without Fighting with One Another. Be sure to sign up for our e-course on marriage called How to Fight for Your Marriage Without Fighting with One Another at hittinghomeministry.com, and we would love for you to like our Facebook page. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. We love you guys.